It's the paralegal who keeps correspondences with
Yes. Like
the
maintains
client. So
and the
basically,
law
that's
firm.
a form of customer service, right?
Yes,
Because
yeah.
you have to keep communication with the client to ensure that what they need is being sent to the lawyer, right?
Yes.
So that their
Yes.
wants, their needs at the end of the day for that particular case is being met, right? We
Yes.
have account
Yes.
managers who basically their job role is to ensure that the accounts of their customers are being well managed, right? At the end of the day, they are creating customer satisfaction for that particular client. So basically, the reason I brought all of this out is to say that there are different roles that is under the customer service sector. Do not limit yourself to front desk assistant or call center agent only, right? So at the end of the day, despite all those customer service roles that we've spoken about, there's one thing that ties them together, one particular thing, one motto, one vision, one mission. Who can share what that vision is or what that mission is? Right? Despite having different responsibilities, different requirements, there's one particular thing that ties all of these roles together.
Customer.
I believe that would be customer satisfaction.
Thank you very much, Annie. Customer satisfaction. And for you to carry out customer satisfaction, there are specific skills required for a customer service person, despite the industry, despite the roles, despite the responsibilities. There are skills that you cannot forego if you want to become a successful customer service personnel. Please, next slide. So what are the essential skills for a customer service person? The first one here is effective communication. I need someone to just share what you understand by effective communication. Anybody?
Okay, if I speak.
Okay.
Thank you. So going from what we were taught during the executive assistant session or training, effective communication is a two-way road. Like it's the ability to convey or express the information that you're passing on to the next person, in this case, the customer, and then listening actively to ensure that you're not just listening to respond, but you are perfectly understanding the complaints, the concerns, or the inquiries that the customer is trying to make.
Thank you very much, Joy. You said it all. Effective communication is just the ability to convey your message. It's the ability for the person to understand what you're trying to say, regardless of how you say it, right? You also made mention of active listening, right? You have to be an active listener for you to be an effective customer service agent, right? You have to carefully listen, because when people speak, sometimes they might be saying one thing, but their body language is saying something else. So if you can actively listen, listen for tone, listen for manner of speaking, listen for choice of words, listen for body language, you can effectively understand what this customer is trying to say, right? And you'll be able to convey the right message to what's the word now? To treat that particular situation. Thank you. Now, you also have to be very emotionally intelligent. Very emotionally intelligent. What does it mean to be emotionally intelligent? Not you, Joy, again. I think I'll hear from Annie now. What does it mean for you to be emotionally intelligent?
I believe it is understanding your emotion and keeping your emotions in check, as well as working in your customers' foot, trying to be empathetic and understanding their feelings as well. But basically, I believe is putting your own feelings in check.
Thank you very much, Annie. You said it all. Putting your feelings in check, understanding the emotions of your clients, and knowing what to do in that particular situation. There's some clients that come in, they're very high on emotions, right? Sorry to use this example, but normally when people storm the bank, it's because a particular amount of money has left their account, and then they're very high, emotions. And then you see the teller person, even though that you're insulting the person, that's the customer service agent at the back, you're insulting them. You people are stupid. That's why you never make it, and all of those, right? You will never see them going at the person, despite how much it hurts to be insulted, knowing that something is beyond your control, right? So it's putting your emotions in check, understanding that this person is high in emotions, and trying to treat that particular situation. So a customer service person has to be very, very patient and highly emotionally intelligent, because there are different people with different perspectives, different people from different spheres of life, different people with different beliefs, different people with different attitudes all over the world. So if you are saying, I want to be a customer service person, I must go and know how to handle or manage my emotions, right? Right. I always tell people that every time I go to Chicken Republic and there's a lot of customers, right? And maybe I'm standing for a while, I'm speaking, I'm saying, please get me my food, get me my order, and I'm not being attended to. I've noticed that since I joined, because I'm a recipient of Wave Training as well, since I joined Wave Training, I no longer get angry. Normally I'll shout, I'll say, why are you not getting my food? I've been here for over 30 minutes, no one has attended to me. But it's because I'm also putting myself in the person's shoes. They're under pressure, right? They're attending to at least maybe 5 customers at the same time. They don't want to mix up orders. So it's okay for somebody to forget, right? So I'm keeping my emotions in check. I'm understanding that this person is a human being. This person is not a computer. This person is not a robot. This person has a lot to handle at the same time. So I should be able to keep my emotions in check and be patient, right? That sometimes you should change it sometimes, but it's really nice to keep your emotion in check and, manage your emotions. Also, a customer service should be a problem solver. I apologize, my network. So a customer service person should be a problem solver. You should be able to think out of the box, right? You shouldn't say, oh, the organization policy states that we must do these XYZ processes. There is a way you can solve the problem while maintaining the organizational goal, right? Or the key policy. I don't know if somebody is getting what I'm trying to say. There's a way you can, I'm not advising you to go out of policy, but there's a way you can manage a situation based on how the situation comes without going out of the organizational goals. Like I always say, you're dealing with human beings, not computers. There are different people from different spheres in life, different perspectives, and different people with the different way they handle situations. So a customer service should be able to think on their feet, have great, what's this word? I don't want to use cognitive. Great, is it assimilation skills? Great assimilation skills to quickly understand the problem and start thinking on how to solve the problem the best way possible, right? A customer service should also have great product knowledge, right? This is very important for this particular interview session, right? You have been a customer service at, which example should I use? You've been a customer service personnel at, let's say, let's use people that sell all these Swiss lace, Ankara, I don't know, just materials, right? For weddings. Let's say you're a customer service personnel at a wedding shop where they sell materials for wedding gowns, native wedding gowns and whatnot, right? And you feel like you have all the necessary skill set because you've been handling people for a number of years, right? You can speak to people, you're highly emotionally intelligent. You also know how to, think on your feet and solve problems quickly, right? You cannot now go for an interview session knowing fully well that you only have product knowledge of Swiss lace, and now you're going into customer service personnel for a hotel, right? You also have to do your research to understand, at least from an outside perspective, what this hotel entails, right? Because that's the only way you have product knowledge. And then when you get into the organization, you're able to sell yourself an interview, you have to keep practicing, you have to keep asking questions so that you have good product knowledge of the products and services that you're rendering, right? Because that's the only way you'll be able to satisfy every client. Remember, every client is different. So satisfaction is different for different clients. Once you understand the product, you'll be able to satisfy a client based on their needs or wants, right? You also have to have great time management skills. Those that have gone through Wave Training, Please come and share how you manage your time. What was taught in class? Any one person come off mute to share what they were taught in class. How do you manage your time?
Is it okay if I speak? You initially said you don't want
You
you don't want me to speak.
You can speak.
Okay, thank you. So from what I can recall, you have to prioritize tasks in managing your time. You prioritize task according to the urgency, and according to the urgency and I'm lost for the word now, but according to urgency, and then you learn to communicate your progress on a particular task that you're handling. You also should know when to delegate, or if it is possible to delegate. And if for any reason you're not going to deliver at the time, maybe you have a setback or a challenge, you should be able to communicate upfront that you are running behind time or you have a challenge. I think that's what I can recall for now.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now let's play a scenario, right? Let's play a scenario, and I need you guys to indulge me. Just based on what you said, right? Handle things with matter of urgency and importance. So I think it's a four box, it's a quadrant, right? So we have urgency and importance, we have important but not urgent, we have urgent but not important, and we have not urgent and not important. Obviously, from just saying it, we know we have to treat urgency and importance first, right? Say, for example, right, as a customer service personnel, you are, let's say, a front desk person at the hotel, right? Someone comes to you and say, oh, there's a bug in my room. I need someone to come up there and look at it, right? There are bed bugs in my room. And in that setting, you're trying to say, oh, I'm so sorry. You're trying to, be emotionally intelligent, put yourself in the client's shoes, and you're trying to say, oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know how that happened, but someone will treat it right now. Someone will go look at it right now. And then somebody comes in and say, oh, I think a fire just started in my room, right? Note that both clients, your job is to satisfy both clients, right? Which would you do? So in that case scenario, what would you do? What would you do? Someone comes and say there's bed bug in my room, and somebody else comes to say, oh, I think I was trying to boil water in the room with the water heater, and then I'm smelling smoke. I think the fire just started in my room. What are you going to do in that situation? One person came to you before one person.
Sorry, Obehi, is this question for me?
Anybody can answer.
I'd really like for others to answer, but if it's okay, I can go ahead and answer.
You can go ahead, and if you're unable to speak, anyone, please, you can just type on the chat box.
Okay, thank you. So I think the two customers have timely complaints, but one is urgent, the other is exigent. So I am going to crave the indulgence, or ask for the pardon of the first customer, that I'll be with you shortly, or somebody will be with you shortly, or that somebody is coming to attend to you. But like immediately, I don't know, technicians or firemen, or somebody just has to be dispatched to attend to the person who has made complaints, like for possible fire break, because it's really exigent. It's very important.
Okay, Faith says she'll treat the one with fire immediately. But don't you think that the person that has bed bugs in her room is right as well? She's uncomfortable, right?
Yes.
So I was thinking, this question is tying to two things: problem solving and time management. So I was thinking someone is going to say something like, I don't know, it seems I'm breaking on this end. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Okay. So, like I said, what I would like is, or what I would have loved to hear rather, it doesn't mean that what you're saying is wrong, because it depends on the pressure of the situation, right? What I would like to have heard is someone saying, oh, I will immediately call a colleague, or maybe it mustn't be that the person is the customer service personnel at the hotel too. You can call the security person, right? If you have nobody else to reach out to right now, or call someone from the bar, right? To attend to that person. At the end of the day, everybody in an organization should be working hand in hand to ensure that the organizational goal is met, right? And for hotel personnel is to provide seamless experience, hospitable experience for every customer that comes into the hotel. So I would like to thank you, delegation and teamwork. I would like someone to have said, oh, I'm going to call someone to make me follow the person back to the room with bug spray, or someone to change the person's room while you, because it's very urgent, and that is a KPI of yours. That is a key skill of yours, or key requirement of yours. So you would then have to attend to the person that thinks that a fire has just started in their room, right? That way you're managing time, you're solving the problem at the same time, but with different capabilities, right? Now, another essential skill that a customer service should have, because you cannot escape it, is stress tolerance. How do you handle stress? And this is a question that always comes up in every customer service interview. People always ask, how do you handle stress? How do you handle stress? I'll tell you how I handle stress. When things come at me at the same time, and I'm stressed, and at that point, I cannot clearly think, I cannot clearly function, I do not know what to start, because to me, every part of my job is very important. That's how I see it, right? So I'm someone who gets stressed a lot, because I've had to, in recent years, learn delegation. I used to do things on my own a lot, because I believe I used to be a perfectionist. I believe if I do it by myself, I have hands-on knowledge about it. I would know how it went. I would know what went wrong off head, right? So when I'm stressed and things come at me all at once, what I do is I take a 5 minutes breather, right? I take a 5 minutes breather. I go for a walk, or I go listen to music. Then I come back. I take my book. But that time, my nerves have calmed down, right? I'm no longer under pressure. I take my book. I start writing out what I need to do, one after the other. Then when I'm done, I start pairing them up. I start saying, this is very important because I need to submit this to XYZ person. This is also very important because I need to submit it by 2 p.m. today. This is also very important because of XYZ reason, right? By the time I'm able to break down things that are not really important but also urgent, I can then delegate to my intern and say, could you help me do this? And then share with me to look at it before you share, right? Why I attend to the things that are very urgent, right? So this is a question you cannot escape in any customer service interview. They will ask you, how do you handle stress? So what is your compartment skills, right? How do you put things in compartments? How do you break down things? How do you solve problems? That's basically what they want to hear when they're asking you, how do you handle stress and pressure, right? So just wanted to list out the essential skills for customer service and share with us that there are different customer service rules under the customer service sector. It's not limited to front desk, it's not limited to sales personnel. We have things like administrative assistant, customer support engineer, client relations manager, and whatnot, right? So do we have any question before we go into the next section for the day? Any question or anything you need me to clarify? Joy said no. I need someone else to respond before we can go to the next session. No. So we're clear. So this very next session is why we had coined this particular session for today. I hope you can hear me clearly, everyone.
Yes.
Okay. So this very session, the very next session is why we created this program, right? A colleague always says to me, or rather always says to our trainees, right? When you learn a skill, when you pay for something or you go for a training, when you learn a skill, at that point, you only have knowledge of the skill. That's the only thing you have. Do not think that that skill has become part of you, You only have a skill the more you practice, right? If you've gone for a public speaking training and they've told you, oh, before you go for a public speaking training, make sure that you memorize what you need to say, think about the key things you need to say. You only have knowledge on how to do that. You do not have the skill until you start going on podiums to speak time after time, right? That is why we came up with level up your interview skills. Some of you think, oh, at the interview, just to go and tell them my skills, what I can do, my certification, and the things, my qualifications as well, right? But you have to know that no interviewer is the same person. We have different interviewers at different times. Please, on my end, it seems like I'm breaking. Can you tell me, please?
Good morning. Good morning.
Okay. Someone is off mute. So understanding that there are different HR personnel, different hiring managers, different employers of labor, right? So the more you practice, the more you'll be able to answer questions the best way possible to help you excel at your interview. I always use this word when I'm teaching an interview class. I say, I don't teach you how to get the job on the next interview. No, I teach you how to excel at interviews. And the reason I say that is because despite how well you do at interviews, most times hiring managers, HR personnel, they already know the people that they want to hire, right? So when they speak to you and you don't speak to that particular key thing that they're looking for, you might not get on being shortlisted. You might not get on, you might not get on being shortlisted for that role. And the reason is because they were looking for just one key thing. It doesn't mean you did not excel at that interview. But when you excel at an interview, you're able to sell yourself, regardless of not being able to speak to the key thing or the key requirements that the employer needs. It always happens that employers know star players, right? Okay, thank you, Lucy. Employers know star players at every interview. So when you're able to speak to what is required, despite not speaking to the particular thing that could have sold you out, you can end up being in their, their database, right? And then one day when you're looking for somebody else to fill up that role, let's say the person that filled up that role leaves, right? They can at the interview. Let's call her up and have a conversation. So at the end of the day, it is very important for you to excel at every interview. Sell yourself in the best way possible. Kwagdo, do you want to speak? Okay. Sell yourself in the best way possible. So currently we have, I think, 2 of our coaches online. Let me just check very quickly. So we have Samuel, who is a sales executive with over 10 years experience. So he's not new to speaking to job seekers. He's not new to speaking to employer partners. So he's a coach here. We also have Demola Scott, who is a hiring manager with AfriVest West Africa. He's here on the call to speak. So we just have 2 people on here. 2 of our coaches are yet to join, but I'll open the room now for them to introduce themselves. Samuel, could you please come off mute so that our alumni can see your face? Just share with us your name, what you do, and what you're expecting out of the session. Samuel, are you on the call?
Yes. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly.
Okay. So, let me see. Okay. Oh, good morning, everyone. Let me see. Can you see me?
Yes, I can see you.
Okay. Okay. So, good morning, everyone. Once again, my name is Sam. I work with Wave, and basically, I work with the outreach admissions team. Yeah, over the years, I've actually worked in the sales and customer service department within Wave. And like Obey said, you know, I've had to work in and out with both in-house and external bodies, just to see how we could reach out to them and give them a well customer service satisfaction. Okay, another thing, my expectation for this program is to see that everyone is able to, grab one or two ideas and also take out one or two knowledge that would help them build their skills in customer service and also excel in interviews. So, the greatest for me here would be to hear that after this session, um, more people get jobs in this customer service line, and also would come back and also testify that, oh, this session was, knowledgeable for them to, just transition into a new line in the customer service session. Yeah. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Samuel, for sharing. Can we give Samuel a virtual hand clap? Let's use our emoji box. Let's give him a virtual hand clap. It's not easy to leave all of the things that he was doing to come up here and take this session. Thank you very much. Very much. Okay. So the next person we have here, the next coach we have here is Damola Scott. He's, just like I said, he's a hiring manager with over 10 years experience. He has got to speak to thousands of job seekers, and he knows what the job market entails. Damola, could you come off mute to, introduce yourself, what you do, and what's your expectation from this session?
Okay, hi, can you hear me?
Hi.
Please confirm that you can hear me. You can hear me, right?
And I can see you.
Okay, thank you. Right, my name is Demola Scott. Like Obeya said, she's bigging me up. Don't mind, and she's hyping me, right? Like she said, I work with Afrimus as the talent acquisition lead, right? And then
Demola, you're muted. If you're speaking, you're muted.
sorry. Yes, okay. So like I said, over the past few years, right, I have had the privilege of working as a digital professional, specifically in talent acquisition, right, and I know exactly what I'm looking for when I interview candidates, right, and the way I currently work at least I've been able to help them get fantastic candidates into the system. So I'm looking forward to a great conversation with you guys. I'm hoping that everybody brings their A game to the sessions, and then hopefully we have a great conversation. Yeah, thanks for now.
Thank you very much, Demola. Thank you so much. So at this junction, we're going to share people into breakout rooms. Demola will be heading one breakout room, Samuel another, and I would head another, right? So really looking forward that please, 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 that we engage. You only learn when you fail. Just come off mute, speak to them, let them correct you. When you have personal feedback, it's better than hearing them correct somebody else. When someone corrects you personally, then you know what you need to work on. So I would advise that you please engage our coaches online today, myself included. I already shared what I do and what I'm expecting from this session. So I will share the room. I'll share us into breakout rooms right now.
Can anyone hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Because I have experience with
Oh, okay. Because I can't. I was not. I wasn't getting any feedback, so I was not
Nigeria
sure
and
anyone could hear
Tanzania.
me.
Which room are you supposed to be in?
What I did was direct sales agent, but I
Hello?
want to transition to customer service.
Hello, can anyone hear me? Hello?
Yes, I can.
Out. Hello? Hello?
Hello, I can hear you. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. I was
Oh
in
my
breakout
God.
room 3 and
Okay. It's chaos. What are you listening to me?
Yes, I get the question.
Okay. Okay. Sorry if I hear you clearly. Said top two or top three? Okay, top key strength. Top two. All right. So for me, my test strength is I would say putting people first. So I I am in this habit of myself so that person should
Okay,
try
I
to
said it.
understand their
No,
situation. And most of them that helps me with my communication.
So this is on the chat. Okay.
The hospitals will be like, they
Actually, that headquarters.
It's on the chat now.
the
Okay. Welcome back, everybody, and I hope we had a really insightful session. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I will need us to debrief on what we've learned, and I'll need 2 people from each room to come out and share key insights from their session. Yourself, when you come. Thank you. I need 2 people from each breakout room to come out and share key insights. Is no one nominating themselves? I can't go ahead and nominate if you're not willing to speak.
I'd like to speak.
Okay, Joy, you can go ahead.
Thank you. I was in breakout room 3, and Madonna Emmanuel conducted the interview session, and I think she interviewed about 4 persons, or was it 5? And from the interviews, I learned that in an interview, you should narrow down your introduction to your name, your qualifications, your background, and in recounting your background or in narrating your background, you should explain your previous experience, your current experience, and then your future expectations. Also, you should be confident in not just getting the job, but ascertaining that the company is even a good company for you. So beyond answering their questions confidently, beyond trying to sell yourself the best way, you should also ask them questions to give that room for them to explain to you really what they have to offer you. According to her, it does 2 things. It lets them know that you're very confident in what you have to offer, and that you could also stylishly let them know that you have outstanding or alternative offers and that you'd like to hear from them, within a considerable time, so that they don't have time to second guess your candidacy. And then she also pointed out the need to learn languages, like when you're looking to work internationally. She said that one to me personally. So like it's good to have a good social media audience, put out your skills, position yourself as a consultant in what you have to offer. It doesn't matter your age or the experience you have. If you talk about something so well, you begin to look like a consultant or like an expert in that field, and it will naturally draw people to you. And you don't have to wait around just for jobs to be advertised for you to apply. You have to go out, put yourself out, like tell people what you can do, and speak authoritatively about those things, and then people will come to you. I think I'll leave you here for now so others can speak. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Joy. You have to pay for our session. You learned a lot. You have to pay for this session. Thank you very much for sharing. I need someone from breakout room 2. I think that was Demola Scott's room. So please come up and share your key insight from the session. That's the only way we can thank these people that took out time from their busy schedules to come and impact in the life of young youths like you. So please come out so that they know that their efforts are not in vain, so that they know that they were able to pass on knowledge today. Someone from breakout room 2, I would nominate if I don't see anyone. Jumai, I think you're in breakout room 2. You come off mute to speak. I think Oluwatoyin too. Just key insight. You don't have to give a long speech. Just share the insight from the session. What did you take out today? What have you learned from the session today? Okay, if no one is willing from breakout room 2, can we have someone from breakout room 1? That was someone's session. Okay, before I ask again, can someone please confirm they can hear me?
Yes, we can. I can hear you, Shirley.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Hi, Femi, could you please mute yourself? Okay. So if no one is willing, we can, that's poor, that's too bad. So that's too poor, to be honest, that's bad. So you're not appreciating these people that took off time from their busy schedule to say thank you for the session, and this is what you're taking out of the session.
Hello? Hello?
Hi, Jumai.
Hi, sorry, my network is off and on, so it's kind of bad. So I would just like to say a few things because when doing the session, I was off and on and off and on. So one of the things I learned during the session is how to, like, they ask a question, how we're able to like solve an issue if a customer brought up an issue, how to able to solve it, how to be able to like we learn things like communication skills, like empathy, you understand, how to be able to solve an issue. So I am also how to keep your cool when and a customer is trying to, how am I going to put it? When a customer is getting on your nerve, let me just get you on the nerve. So how to keep your cool and all those kind of things. So that's one of the things that I would say I'm able to, and how to manage your customer, how to manage your customer, and managing issue too. Hello? Network. Hello?
Hear you. Thank you very much for sharing.
Hello?
Thank you so much. I can hear you, Jumai.
Okay.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much for sharing. Before I go on, could you please put yourself? Hi. Thank you. So before I go on to ask someone from Breakout Room 1, my colleague has just shared the attendance link on the chat box. Could you please fill it out just so that we can call you and then track, your progress from this particular session? So please fill out the attendance link on the chat box. So going on, can someone please from Breakout Room 1, I think that was Samuel's room. Someone please come off me to share what they learned from the entire session.
Hi.
I'll have to call somewhere. I was going to call somewhere to nominate someone.
Good afternoon.
Hi, Tobori.
Hi.
Good afternoon.
Okay. Some session, we learned the importance of critical thinking and problem solving in customer service. We learned that it's not just about speaking with the customer. We should be able to think of how to solve their problem and ensure that they are satisfied, and also ways to which will recover a customer after a dissatisfying experience or a dissatisfying service.
Thank you very much for sharing, Tobori. Thank you so much. So at this junction, I would ask that we give all our facilitators a virtual hand clap to appreciate them for their time. They were supposed to be with us for 40 minutes, but I'm sure they'll be here past an hour now. Can we all give our facilitators the virtual hand clap? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I can't see hand claps. Okay, thank you so much. So on behalf of our alumni, I'm saying thank you to Madonna Emmanuel, thank you to Demola Scott, and thank you to Samuel Yonge for your time, for taking out time, for your dedication in upskilling youth to help them become the best version of themselves. We're really grateful, and we hope to see you more in one of our sessions. Thank you so much for joining in. And you can now leave. Thank you so much. Okay, so for our trainees still on the chat, please wait, trainees, we're not leaving yet. Or alumni rather. Please fill out the attendance sheets, and then we'll have some announcements to share. Okay. Please make sure you fill out the attendance sheets. Make sure you fill out the attendance link. Okay. Okay, so very quickly, we just want to share what the CS team has in store for you guys, right? For everybody that has attended the WAVE training, you would bear in mind that there are a series of services that are at your disposal for free, right? The first one is mock interview session, something like what we just organized. Remember that if you have an interview session coming up, you could always reach out to the CS team, right, to put you through that particular interview based on that role. Okay, Joy, I'll put down my personal number on the chat box now. You can text me for it. 042123. Okay. So going on, something else we do is CV review. Let's say you're currently, okay, so Gladys, I'm speaking to that already. You currently work as an admin assistant and you're looking forward to changing your roles as, you know, as maybe a front desk personnel, right? You can reach out to the career support department. I just put down my number. You can reach out to us and then we can schedule a session where we review your CV together. Please note, the idea is not that the CS team is going to help you create a CV. No. We're going to have a conversation with you just so that you can carefully understand your strengths and your skills so that you know what you're putting on your CV. We're going to ask you the questions that you are unable to ask yourself, right? Please note again, we're not creating a CV for you, but we're holding your hand, helping you how to ensure that you can create a CV by yourself. We also offer workshop and master classes where we come up with sessions just like this to upskill you with something that currently trending in the job market and the job space to ensure that you're up to date with all job market activities, right? And then we have our alumni community channel where we share information from WAVE, vacancy opportunities, life tip of opportunities, and career tips opportunities. And I hope I was really able to just share that information with all of us. If we have any questions, I'll be taking questions now. And remember to please fill out the attendance link on the chat box. Do we have any questions? Do we have any questions? Okay, I'll give up time for us to please fill the attendance link. Yes, you can fill out the attendance link without your CV. But be sure to reach out to us. Jumai, please ask your question. Jumai, please ask your question, please.
If Jumai is unable to speak, please, can I ask a question?
Yes, you can go ahead.
Thank you very much. So this question stems from the breakout session. I asked Maduna, but she was unable to attend to my question before the session ended. So my question is, how do you transfer a skill from one industry or profession to another? I'd like to use myself as an example. So I'm looking to take up roles in project management, for example, and I'm a lawyer. So I know that there are a couple of, skills that I have, from, or experiences that I have from my legal practice that can still feature in project management. But now I don't have a project management experience corely. So how do I transfer these skills now in my CV while applying for that project management role? How do I transfer the skills from legal practice to project management that would be convincing enough to let these people know that you're an ideal candidate, even though you've not had a hands-on experience in project management?
Okay, thank you very much, Joy, for asking. Now, the easiest way to respond to your question is browse on the two job roles, browse on it, right? Now, browse on skills required for project management and skills required for, you work as a
I'm
lawyer.
a lawyer, yes.
Yeah. I was going to look for something that has consultancy at the back of the word because I think I heard that when you were sharing. Okay, but that's fine. So browse on both, and you can clearly see the skills required for both. Now, when you look at both, you can clearly see that there's no way in any of these skills, there's no way you will not see something like effective communication. There's no way you will not see something like emotional intelligence. There's no way you will not see something like problem-solving skills, right? Yeah, they are always, these 3 skills are always skills that intertwine, right? That you can see in different job roles on the market. Now, what do? When you are explaining to the interviewer, you can share, while I have no hands-on experience as working as a project manager, I have, please hold on, Victoria, I'll respond to your question. While I have no hands-on experience as working as a project manager, I have some bit of transferable skills in my time working as a legal practitioner. I have effective communication skills because I'm able to do XYZ. I have problem-solving skills because I'm able to do XYZ. I have time management skills because I'm able to do XYZ. Now, while you're thinking that you don't have any project management, I know you might be thinking that you don't have any project management, skills, right? I want you to trickle down, think deeply, think about, in your time as a lawyer, what mini project have you been able to handle? What's that mini project you were able to handle? What was that case that they gave you to handle? That's project managing. Right? I'm sure you've been able to handle a case on your own, or maybe you were the lead lawyer as a lawyer. Yes, so that's project management. So that's you sharing, I've actually managed the project. Maybe not something in this industry, but I've managed something in the legal industry, right? There are always transferable skills, right? Most times transferable skills are the soft skills, right? Then you can learn technical skills hands-on during your time on the job, right? And something I would say, before you apply for any job, check out what they're looking for, check out the requirement. If there's a requirement there that you've not done, then you have at least a day or two to practice, to research on that particular skill, right? So when they're asking you questions, you can share, you can say, I have not done this before, but when I got the job opportunity, the interview opportunity for this particular role, I was able to research, and I know that this is what you're looking for. I've also taken the opportunity to register for XYZ course to help me so that I can seamlessly transition into this particular role, right? It will show enthusiasm. It will show that you're looking forward to the job, right?
Yeah.
I hope I was able to answer your question.
Very helpful. You're very helpful. Thank you very much.
Is there somebody else on the call? Is there somebody else on the call?
Hi, Obey.
Hi, Anthony.
Yes, I'm seeing a link from Babajide George. Is this part of WAVE?
Yeah, that's part of WAVE. So if you have someone that's willing to join our employability skills training, we have a training coming up on June 12th. You could please, June 14th rather, but the registration closes on June 12th. You can please share with your colleagues, people in your network, that you would like to benefit from WAVE training as well. Thank you very much for pointing that out so that I could announce it. So please fill out the attendance sheet. Remember, you're filling out the attendance sheet just so that we can track the progress of this session. We'll be able to call you and say, Anthony, hello. I saw that you joined our Level Up Your Skill interview workshop session. Is there something you're still struggling with concerning the interview? Have you been able to apply? These are links you can apply. What job role are you looking out for? We can send you our links and say, apply for this job role. If you need extra assistance with drafting your CV, reach out to us to review your CV. And when you do, by the grace of God, get called up for an interview, you can also schedule a mock interview session with us just like this so that we help you trash out any challenges you're having with that particular job. Right. So on the chat box, I was able to drop links where you can, or sites where you can get customer service opportunities. At this junction, if we have, yes, we have an online training coming up on June 10th, and the training is on executive assistant and virtual assistant. Babajide, please, can you drop the link again? Someone is asking. Could you please drop the link? And if we have no other question, we'll be ending the session in 5 minutes. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone, for staying true.
All right, you're welcome. Thank you. So we can leave.
Yeah, you can leave if you want to.
Alright.
Hello, sir. Hello.
I can hear you, Victoria.
Okay. You haven't answered the question. I asked for the contact for the CV review.
I shared my personal contacts. I will share it again now.
Okay, it's your personal. Okay, don't worry. I've saved it. I didn't know that it was your personal contact. I've saved it.
Juma, what link are you looking for? Juma, what link are you looking for?
The link for the online training. The link for the online training, masterclass online training that you talked about.
Okay, just message me on my WhatsApp number. I'll share the link with you directly.
Okay.
Gladys, what link is invalid, please, so that we can end the session? Okay, you can reach out to me on my personal number if the form is not going through. Reach out to me on my personal number if the form is not going through. I will respond to you. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone, for staying through. Thank you for your dedication to upskilling yourself. And at this junction, I will end the session.
Thank you. You have a beautiful day.
Please leave the session, please.